Is
And
the greatest.
ironically, I would say it was 10 years ago now, but I rewatched the entire Dallas franchise. And, it somewhat holds up, it really does. And oh my God, it was like,
Brilliant.
oh, Priscilla Presley was, the women were gorgeous. And Patrick,
Brilliant. Duffy.
Duffy was so fucking handsome. And who played JR? He
Larry
was,
Hagman.
oh God. I mean, that's when they were stars. You know what I mean? Like stars.
And by the way,
yeah.
I'm really good friends with Rachel. You could tell, like she's texting me about all this. Like I have like exclusive right from like Rachel and I text 1,000 times a day. Listen, I'm going to get Rachel back on this podcast too. We're just waiting to do it live. She wants me to come down to her place in Florida. So I'm not going to say where, because we don't say where people live, but but look I'm not like over the Scandoval. I'm just, I guess, making fun of the fact that, I mean, guys,
you're not alone.
You didn't know these people. Like, I mean, like I see posts of like, this is an Ariana appreciation post at Ariana. I'm like, you're not going to get, like, she's not going to come out of her breakdown to like read your tag about how much you love her and say, girl or boy, gay boy, let's have lunch. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't going to happen. So I'm look, I'm not complaining, because this is what puts food in my mouth. And thank God people are so outraged about this. This is what puts a Louis on the table, darling, for lunch. Darling. But so there's gotta be people, and people have slipped into my DMs that have said, what's the big fucking deal? So for all of you, I fucking hear you. I'm just amazed. That's all. Now, so Sarah, welcome to the game. I'm glad. Listen, I'm thrilled that you are excited to talk about this. I'm thrilled. So I just wanted to know how you were holding up through all of this, darling. And we have a Scandoval on our hands.
Scandoval. I'm really into it. And you and I interviewed Peter Madrigal, who longtime manager, very close with Lisa Vanderpump, obviously good at his job to last a decade plus there. And he gave us a tell-all. He's been on Vanderpump Rules for years. I loved Peter. I thought that interview was really fun. And
we did it together. We did our Penny interview together. And now we did
Penny. We're kind of getting known for these, exclusive.
We do 2 for 2. And listen, we do well together, right? Like I had my questions, you had your questions. We read the room. We went off script when it was called for. Excellent joint interview number 2, Sarah.
Let's be honest. I keep working with you, and people have all kinds of feelings about both of us. Believe me, y'all leave them, but most of the time they're amazing, and our fans are the best. But I work with you because you're a genius, and people don't realize that. David, it is rare to find somebody in the entertainment business who has a mind where they can come up with questions, like interesting angles, things that can potentially get press, things that can kind of throw the person. You don't want to throw them off, but you want them to give a real organic answer. Because a lot of times people that have been in the press a long time, they know the canned answers, right? David is a genius. And this is why I work with you. The questions you come up with, the layout. No, you really are. I mean, you could honestly, if you get tired of all this, you could be one of the greatest reality television producers ever. I mean, you're kind of Mark Burnett. And I'm not saying that people are going to be like, Mark, you're comparing him to Mark. Yeah, I actually am. Like, you could be Mark Burnett level. You know the game so well. That's why I work with you. I mean, you make it fun. You make it easy, enjoyable to entertain and interview these people. And I love you. That's why I love working with you.
This is why I always say, please, 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 everybody, you got a problem with me? You know, when people have a problem with me and I tell them to suck my 10-inch cock, I tell them that, please cancel me. Please go ahead. It's not going to happen. But really, if you want to cancel me, yes, I have the whole... I will be behind the scenes, and trust me, I will be so happy. I will be so happy producing. I will go do the questions and produce every other podcast and show and just drop the mic. Peace out. I'm not going anywhere, guys. I'm going to die here behind the velvet rope. But seriously, this is why I tell people to suck my 10-inch dick, because just cancel me. I got the next thing figured out. What do you think of Schwartz? Well, where are you with the whole scandal? Like, where are you? Then we'll get into Schwartz at the airport. Like, where are you with all of this? I mean, Kristen is back.
I'm still in it 100%. I do take breaks from it because I obviously have my 2-year-old son, so he's a good distraction. Wasn't it interesting when they caught Schwartzy at the airport? TMZ
Amazing.
caught Schwartzy first once to get the interview. Now I'll say this. He looked awfully relaxed. Did you think? For a man whose so-called businesses are under fire with 1-star reviews, this man looked on and popping. His skin looked fabulous. He looked like rested. He had a hat on. This man was charming with this guy was not pressed. This guy looked like, just like what you and I said. And I said this from the very beginning. This is the best thing that's ever happened to Schwartz and Sandy's Tom. This is the best thing because people are going to go there to hate it, to love it. They're going to be inundated with business. He was so damn relaxed. He stopped there and talked to that guy for like 8 minutes. You're telling me he's upset? I don't think he gives a rip about Ariana. I don't think he gives a rip about Raquel. I think he is bros before hoes for Sandoval because they are like brothers. And honestly, he wouldn't answer the question, did you know? Which to me answers exactly the question. Of course he knew. He wouldn't say if he was a distraction with Raquel for Sandoval, then you were a distraction for Sandoval for Raquel. I think he and Sandoval made a decision a long time ago, dude. We're going to, it's you and me. We're going to ride this out. And it is bros before hoes. And they're honoring that. What did you think?
Well, yeah, I mean, listen, we all know how this works. I mean, you and I fly in and out of LAX. Like, it's very simple. I mean, you can figure out, this is what they do. You can easily figure out someone's flight schedule if you have to. That's like a thing. It's a real thing. It's not that hard when you're TMZ. People, you see Erica get stopped. I mean, most people keep walking. Reno gets stopped. Like, yeah, this guy is like stopping. Like, first of all, he doesn't even let them say hi. He's like, oh, hey guys, like, it's the same guy.
Hey, good to see
yeah,
you.
It's good to see you. I wish it was I mean, right. So, I mean, but you still keep moving and you still, like, most of the time they're literally walking next to you and they get a couple things and you laugh. And look, it's a relationship how to navigate after a while. You give them Erica's actually great at it. So is Rene. Give them a little nugget and, then you're like, guys, I said that's enough. Come on. This guy stops and is talking for like 8 minutes. I thought the same thing. I'm like, he's physically stopped. The questions keep going. Yes, he wouldn't answer, did you know? You obviously knew. This is your best friend. Look, I mean, I think him standing by Tom is not shocking. I agree with you. You and I both know you can leave a bad review all day. 5,001 stars. You mean to tell me, whoever's listening to this right now, and you live in Indiana or Kansas or Ohio or Maine, Sarah's hometown, woo, shout out Maine.
Yay, Mainers!
Or Florida or wherever you are, and you're going